I think someone would pick him up and run away with him, and that would be me. I always say a cheeky DLP trip, but Sarah's out here doing cheeky Disney World trips.
What I love about all three is that each of them have got something that the others don't have.
Get off the podcast.
Yeah, I'm being booted off now, I'm not coming back.
Like this, Kiera. No, you make me feel old. Hello and welcome to Jump the Queue, the fun and informative podcast that helps you plan, book and make the most of your theme park holidays. I'm Sammie.
And I'm Sarah.
And we both work at attractiontickets.com, the #1 UK expert for Orlando attraction tickets. This week, though, we're going to tackle a question that we hear all the time from customers. Which Disney should we be going to? Should we go to Disneyland Paris? Should we go to Disneyland Resort in California? Or should we just go all in with the huge Walt Disney World Resort in Florida? Because each destination offers something completely different. From quick European getaways to once in a lifetime. I said once in a lifetime, many times before, mega holidays. So we're just going to break down what makes each one special and help you decide which might be the best fit for your next trip. And I'm going to introduce you to a special guest that we've got with us today. You may have seen her before. We've had her company before, but we've dragged her back in to help us out with this podcast. So please say hi to Kiera.
Hi everyone, I'm back! I'm really excited to be back on the podcast. I even got a microphone, I've been upgraded, guys. But now I'm back. I'm Kiera, I'm a Disneyland Paris sales executive at Disneyland Paris, and I've been to all the Disneys in the world. And yeah, I'm here today to put my 2p into what Disney should we go to first.
I love that. Thank you, Kiera.
I love that you call yourself a sales executive, Kiera. It's so fancy.
You know.
I love it. To kick things off, just with a bit of fun, get everybody nice and relaxed, let's play Would You Rather? The Disney Destination Edition. So nice and easy.
I'm so excited for this.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Love it. Here's how it works, right? I'm going to give you a series of Would You Rather questions based on different Disney experiences around the world. You just have to pick the option that sounds the most exciting to you. Based on your answers then, let's see where you should go. All right? Right. Ready, both?
I'm ready.
Yes.
Go for it. Right. Would you rather go on a quick magical getaway close to home or plan a big once-in-a-lifetime Disney holiday?
Go on, Sarah, you go first. Mine's on both.
Yeah, mine's on both, because if I can only go once, then, well, that's not enough, is it? Because once is never enough, because I always want more. So, I don't know, Kiera.
Okay, mine depends on, how much annual leave have we got? What are we working with? Is it short notice? Is it long notice? If it's long, if you want to book far in advance, I'm going Disney World once in a lifetime. If you're like, I need my Disney fix, straight to Paris. Get on the Eurostar, weekend away, Paris it is, yeah. So both. I'm team both.
Both.
Yeah,
both.
So am I, to be honest. It depends exactly that, doesn't it? It depends how much time you've got, how much money you're willing to spend, what you're going for, So yeah, lots of different things, isn't there, that comes into that. It's hard to choose, really, just on a quick question like that.
That's the thing.
And can we just say that I am the queen of also quick magical getaway
This is
to
true.
Orlando for a weekend.
This is true. I always say a
So-
cheeky DLP trip, but Sarah's out here doing cheeky Disney World trips, so...
I know. For those of you that don't know, I'm sure you do already, but Sarah is our queen of just nipping to Orlando for a weekend. Off she goes on a Friday, back Sunday. There she is.
That's why we have Disneyland Paris, girls.
There we go. Okay. Would you rather explore Arendelle in the world of Frozen or race through Cars Land? Ooh.
Kiera, I think your top says it all, mate.
I think it does. And your ears. I think that's a giveaway.
I don't know. Again, both. I love Cars Land in California. It's amazing. And obviously we are getting some sort of a Cars Land come to Walt Disney World in the next couple of years, I think. But Arendelle, it's new and it's here. We haven't got to wait for it. It is here. It's opening this week, so I'm Team Arendelle on that one. Get me to World of Frozen, and I really want to experience Adventure World in Paris. So, yeah, I want to meet Anna and Elsa so bad.
So I would rather. I was very fortunate that I went to a pass holder preview on Monday and saw the whole Adventure World and Frozen and things like that. And it is magical and it is beautiful and it's like you've stepped into the film. But for me, Cars Land in Disneyland, California, it's the dream. It's like stepping into the cartoon, and at night,
Golden hour, yeah. I do love Cars Land.
Stunning. It is so stunning, and the rides, the Radiator Springs races, and the other two rides that they have there, the smaller rides, they are so much fun. Luigi's Roller King.
I love the snacks and the food in Cars Land as well is like top tier. I'm getting my mac and cheese in a cone every time I go.
Mm-hmm. And they do this whole. Have you been there when they do it, Kiera? When they do the whole lighting ceremony?
Yeah,
at night,
so
and
much.
it is so magical, and
yeah.
it's just an amazing land. So Cars Land wins for me. Sorry.
Oh, there we go. We've got one each. There you go. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see Arendelle. I'm not going to lie. I think we've all been waiting for it for so long now, haven't we? I can't wait to get there. Sarah, you're so lucky that you went to the pass holder preview. Was it just amazing?
It was really, really good, and it was absolutely. Adventure World is stunning, absolutely stunning, and they've got new food options, and it's just the food. The food is so good. I didn't get to see the nighttime show because I had to leave earlier, but I am going back in a few weeks.
I was going to say.
So.
That's why you got to go back. There's always something to go back for.
Always. There you go. But yes, absolutely stunning, and Frozen Arendelle is perfection.
I can't wait. It'll be amazing. Okay, ladies, thank you for that. How about, would you rather experience classic Disney nostalgia or brand new immersive lands?
Well, I don't like this game. Why are you making me pick?
No, this is an easy one for me.
Is it?
Yeah,
Ooh.
I want the brand new because for me, sorry guys, brand new is my nostalgia. Like the Pixar, Cars, like I was 6 when that came out. For me, that is my nostalgia. But it's brand new, so And Frozen, I was 13 when that came out. I love to see that. That's like my childhood come to life, Wow. So yeah, I love the brand new stuff.
Get off the podcast now.
I'm being booted off now. I'm not coming back.
Like this, Kiera. No, you make me feel old. Off you go. Come on.
But like that's why I love Pixar Pier as well at California Adventure, because that is all brand new. It's all films that I love Pixar anyway. Like I'm a Pixar girly, so anything Pixar, I am there. So I love it.
I love it. Brilliant.
Whereas I am going to go take the opposite view then, Kiera, because I do love the brand new immersive lands. I love Galaxy's Edge. I love Cars Land. Like I say, Disney's California Adventure, amazing. But I also want the classic Disney nostalgia. Yeah. I want to go to Disneyland California and I want to see the rides that Uncle Walt built.
Matterhorn,
and I want to see. Yeah, I want to see Bob Gurr's Matterhorn, and I want to see Mary Blair's Small World, and I want to see what the original Imagineers touched, and I want to see where Walt walked.
Yeah.
So classic Disney nostalgia for me.
Sarah, I think I was with you till you said Small World. I think I'd gone there. Don't sing it. Don't sing it, ladies. Don't do that.
It's a small world
after all.
You're meanest. Thank you. Okay, right. How about, are we going to ride Indiana Jones through a temple or Tron through the grid? What do we reckon?
Oh, I'm going to say Tron on that one. I love some high tech. I love a roller coaster. I love a big thrill. Get me on Tron. But I do love the Indiana Jones ride too, and I'm so glad that that's coming to Animal Kingdom as well.
Yeah. I think for me it would be Indiana Jones, just because I'm not invested in the Tron franchise.
Okay.
So Indiana Jones, classic as Kiera's nostalgia, Indiana Jones is my nostalgia. So the fact that you can ride it in Disneyland Paris and it's a completely different ride to Disneyland Resort California is just a bonus. And California's Indiana Jones is amazing, and I think it's going to be a similar-ish ride that goes to Florida.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I love it.
Do you know
yeah,
what though?
Indiana Jones.
The Indiana Jones ride in Paris, if you go on that in like midwinter, you're getting a wake up call. You're like, whoa! It wakes you up in those early morning cold chills.
I bet it does in those early hours that you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm with you, Tron. I love them both. I love them both, but definitely Tron for me. And thank you, ladies. One more. Let's do one more. Would you rather explore 5 completely different Disney parks, packed with, I think I know the answer to this, packed with rides, shows, or just take a more leisurely approach, stroll through a couple of parks, head out to a nearby city? Which one are we doing? I think I know the answer. Which one are we doing?
It's got to be the whole
Again,
bag.
why are you-
The whole lot for me.
I'm sorry, Sarah.
Why are you making me choose? I don't want to. Why can't I have both? I want
Yeah.
to-
One in the winter, one in the summer.
Yeah.
That's a perfect answer. There you go, Sarah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah,
But again, it depends on how I'm feeling. You know, do I need a relaxing trip, or am I there to go on everything
Yeah.
and do everything and see everything? You know.
Yeah, of course. Okay, right, we've warmed up. Let's dive into the big question. Which Disney destination should you visit? Because each one delivers the Disney magic, right? But just
That is
so
like-
differently in all of them. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Disneyland Paris, Walt Disney World, Disneyland California. I mean, firstly, how easy is it to travel to these places?
Yeah, see, Paris
from this
wins for that
country-
one.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
this country, then it has to be Paris, doesn't it? Because you can fly, you can go on the train, you can go on the ferry and drive, you can go on the shuttle and drive,
You could swim.
you can swim.
Options.
They're all
Cover myself in lard.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. But good.
yeah. It's only 22 miles. It's
Not far.
I think for Paris as well, it's very easy to add on to like another European destination as well. Like I have a lot of customers that have been to like Switzerland or Belgium, and then are like, oh, let's add on a Disneyland Paris trip. So that's always an option that you don't really have in the US, because you're still in the US. You can go to different states, but yeah.
and for all my thuzies out there, you can tag Disneyland Paris on as part of your European theme park road trip, where you've got so many European theme parks out there. Park Asterix is very close. Plopsaland, Japan.
Or what have we got coming to
Fantasia
Great
Land.
Britain?
Yeah, Universal. So yes, part of a wider European road trip for the thuzies out there.
Absolutely.
That's far easier to do.
How many parks are there? How many parks are we going to visit in all of these places?
What, in Paris?
Paris, yeah.
So Paris, we've got 2 currently. So we've got the main Disneyland Park, and then we've Disney Adventure World, which is doubling in size, as we know. So she's had that huge renovation, World of Frozen. Yeah. And obviously we're getting Lion King as well in the next couple of years, which none of the other parks have got or scheduled to get Lion King, so that's really exciting for Paris. But yeah, there's 2 parks, and we've got Disney Village there as well, which is what you might know as like downtown or Disney Springs. Yeah.
Amazing. And
Yeah.
Walt Disney World, Sarah.
Well, we've got 4. We've got 4 theme parks, 2 water parks, Disney Springs. The list
Sports.
goes on and on.
ESPN.
And on. ESPN World of Sports, adventure, mini golf courses.
Disney Cruises.
Yeah, the
I mean,
list,
that's
goes
something
on
you've
and
got to
on.
go to that you need time for, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
you've just got to have time for Walt Disney World to fit all of that in. Those theme parks are so big. It just takes time, like you said. So, yeah. What about Disneyland California?
2 parks. 2 parks. Very similar to Disneyland Paris, because Disneyland Paris, the parks are next to each other, so you're able to walk between the 2, whereas Walt Disney World, obviously you've got to get transportation between them. So that's a big difference as well. I've had that with a lot of customers that are like, oh, you can just walk between them, like ones that have previously been to Orlando, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're right next to each other. And that's the same with California. They're literally opposite, aren't they? So you can just go out of one, hop, literally, you could hop there into the other.
And it is often to go from one park, from say Disneyland California to DCA in less time than it takes you to get from one end of Disneyland California to the other.
Yeah.
So it's amazing.
I love Disneyland California because I'll spend probably like my morning, mid-afternoon in Disneyland, and then I will hop over to California Adventure for the evening, for the food and the night vibes.
Yes.
love
And
it.
again, they've got Downtown Disney there, which is very similar size to Disney Village in Paris. A lot smaller than Disney Springs. It is having a bit of an expansion at the moment, but it's still never going to be the size of Disney Springs, because
All of the village or the downtown or the springs, they've all got World of Disney. Big Disney shop where you can get all your merch.
What I love about the all three is that each of them have got something that the others don't have, don't they? You know, and so you don't feel like you're doing the same thing. Like if you went to Disneyland Paris, then you went to Walt Disney World, then on to Disneyland California, they've all got their own things, haven't they?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I get a lot of people ask me, why have I been to all the Disney parks in the world? And I'm like, because they are all completely different. Even the two in the US, completely different. They've not carbon copied each one. Obviously, Walt was around to build the first one in Disneyland, and then he half built Walt Disney World, and they are just two completely different places and destinations. Yeah.
I agree. So I think we're agreed, aren't we, really? Where you want to go, it really depends on the kind of trip that you're planning as well. You know, like we said, depends how much time you've got, how much annual leave. I like that, Kiera.
That's what I worry about. If our manager's listening to this, she's like, yeah, you do.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a few scenarios. Tell me which resort you think fits best for that scenario. Okay?
Okay.
So I think we know the answer to a lot of these, but let's go with them. You want a short, magical getaway.
DLP.
DLP.
Disneyland Paris.
Like I said,
Brilliant.
I call it a cheeky trip to Disneyland Paris, like a cheeky Nando's, but a cheeky DLP trip, you know.
Yeah. Sarah has a cheeky weekend in Florida. I have a cheeky week. We all have
Cheeky
that
week, I like that.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, but you know, I'm the queen of extreme getaways. I love an extreme day trip. I love an extreme.
I was going to say, Sarah would go to
DLP.
Disneyland Paris for the day, yeah.
For the day, and I did on Monday. I went for 7 hours and then came back.
There you go. And you can do that. That's the thing.
You can
People
do
don't
that.
realise, do they?
My shortest
How
trip was
close
one
it
night.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, I did
Was
one
it?
night in Disneyland Hotel, yeah.
Yeah.
Popped
I've
over
done a
there.
day trip.
Yeah.
I've done a day trip.
Yeah.
Set off really, really early to make sure that we get there early enough to have the full day in the park and then back. I mean, yeah, why not? Why not, Sarah?
Yeah, exactly. And for anybody that's concerned about driving, if you want to drive to Disneyland Paris and you know that's your thing, don't be concerned about driving in France, because it is super easy and it's so much more relaxing than actually driving in the UK. Their motorways are far better, and takes about 3 hours to get there from Calais or from the
See, my
Cocktails,
problem
which
is
Eurotunnel.
my problem is with driving, because I would not drive in Paris. I'm one of those people. Just because I can barely drive in the UK, you know. So
Oh, so much easier, Kiera, and you don't go into Paris. The busiest bit is around Charles de Gaulle Airport,
yeah,
and it's so easy.
yeah. I'm gonna get my other half to do it though, so I'll be a passenger
go.
princess.
I love that. Okay, so what about if we're looking for a historic Disney trip, exploring the origins of the parks?
I think Sarah said
California,
that
isn't
well.
it?
That's going to be California, yeah. Going on
It's
those original
California.
rides, you know, that Walt thought of and built, you know, like Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion, Matterhorn, is that an original one? I love that one.
It wasn't an opening day attraction, but it is
Yeah.
a classic.
But you can just tell the history in that park. I love it.
Yeah, and you know, I always when I go, I like when on my last day when I leave the park. It's very different. So normally when I leave the parks, I have a last look at the castle and I say bye bye castle, see you soon, and have a little tear. When I'm leaving California, I do say bye bye to the castle as well, obviously, but I also say bye bye to Uncle Walt's apartment above the fire station, because he actually lived. Well, he didn't live, but he slept in there and lived in there, in his apartment above the fire station, and they leave a light on permanently for Uncle Walt. So I always say bye-bye, Uncle Walt.
I can't remember where it was in California, but there is an area where you can go in and it's got some like historical artifacts of Disneyland, and it's got like information that you can read. I know there's One Man's Dream in Walt Disney World, which is amazing. I go in there every time, but you know, we are Disney buffs and enthusiasts, and we love all the history when it comes to it. But if you are one of us, then Disneyland is a must. Even though it's 12 hours away, she's far. She's worth it.
She's worth it. She's worth it. And they have just announced a new tour in Disneyland California, which they're toying with doing. It's about the women who made Disney. So Mary Blair, Leota Toombs, Harriet Burns, all those legendary Imagineers, the input that they had into Disneyland. And
I'm going next year, so
I
might pick your brain on that one.
Get it. I love it.
I'm a bit of a Disney history nerd, so that's right up my street.
It is so fascinating though, and if you do want to learn more about like Disney history, then there's a great show on Disney Plus. I can't remember what it's called. Imagineering Story, I want to say, but I love that, and that will tell you all about the history of all the parks, and then you'll definitely want to go to Disneyland California.
I love it. But yes, Sarah is a history buff, aren't you, Sarah? I remember the first day I ever met Sarah. That's one of the first things she said to me. I love Disney history, she says. So yeah, she's your gal for sure.
Yeah.
What about, I mean, this is obvious, right? We're planning the full Disney mega holiday, tons of parks, lots of experiences. We're going to Walt Disney World, right?
100%. 100%. And you're staying on Disney. You're doing the full shebang.
You stop in that Disney bubble. Absolutely. You do the whole shebang. What about...
I'm going to take you one further with that one, Sammie. I'm going a mega holiday.
Yes.
Mega holiday. I'm going to start in Paris.
Yeah.
I'm going to fly to Florida.
Yeah.
And then from Florida, I'm going to fly to California and then back to the UK. I'm going to mega it.
A lot of people, I have seen a lot of people put in Walt Disney World and California, like doing those together. I have actually seen people do that,
That's me.
That'd be me.
I have done that. That'd be me. But yeah, I did actually look at doing it from Paris, because at one point it was cheaper to fly from Paris to Orlando.
I have seen people do that.
To Orlando, so I was like, can I do a cheeky DLP few days as well?
Girls, how have I never thought of that?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, get those cheap flights, but no, that would be amazing. Let's do it. For sure. What about if we're travelling with extended family? Grandparents, cousins, aunts, uncles, etc. Where's best to go?
See, I think if you're doing a big trip with like loads of family, I think that's easier for DLP. And I only speak on this because I'm currently planning my hen do next year in Disneyland Paris, and I'm trying to plan 12 people to go to Disneyland Paris. It's hard. But yeah, I think that one's definitely, because we've got a lot of off-site options that have locations for more people to stay at. So Disneyland Paris, I'm going to say. And then as well, because I've got a couple of people that don't like flying, they can get the train if they want to. So we're all sort of meeting there for it. But yeah, I'm team DLP for a big family trip. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Sarah?
I would agree with those comments, and I think if you've got people with kind of more elderly that need a more sedentary approach, then DLP is far easier to navigate, and equally for first time visitors, DLP is an easier place to go and navigate. But if you do want to go, I would never say don't go to Walt Disney World with extended family. If you've got a large family group, you can get a big villa between you. You can look at staying in a villa. You can have all that experience. You can stay on site, and grandparents, people with toddlers and stuff can go back to the hotels for little naps. So I think there isn't necessarily a right answer for that one. It's whatever suits you and your...
I agree. I've done many of those trips, with all the extended family. Most recently, last October, I think there was about 19 of us.
Whoa.
What I think is, well, I know we're mad, but it's great. What I think's hard about Walt Disney World when you've got that bigger group, not hard but trickier, is pleasing everybody for every single day of that stay. So many people in a group, everybody wants to do their own things, and there's a lot of planning going into that, because you've got to make sure everyone does do what they want to do, right? Because everyone's got to be happy at the end of that trip. So there's a lot more planning if you've got a larger group for Walt Disney World. So, you know, you can do it. I've done it loads. But I think Disneyland Paris, 2-3 days, it's nice and easy, isn't it? Everybody go in, do what you want to do.
I think as well, like I said, going back to my Hindu, my nan's coming, and like I'm thinking constantly, like, right, she's not going to be able to do a lot of walking, you know, and I know that the two parks are next to each other, so I know she's going to be able to sort of experience both. But then if she does want to go back to the hotel, she can get on that shuttle bus, and we'll meet her there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And with elderly people, you know, I've also done this where my mum was on a scooter. Have you ever tried navigating a scooter round Magic Kingdom?
Imagine that.
It's so difficult because everyone's going every which way, aren't they? And like this, and you hardly move because you don't want to run into. I mean, my mum, she ran over my foot, and then wasn't sure what the bump was, so reversed back over it. I mean,
she just thought, oh, that was fun.
But that's so easily done. It's so difficult, I think. You know, I mean, people do it and they do navigate it, but it's so difficult. So for me, I think, yeah, big group. Yeah, if you don't want too much planning, Disneyland Paris, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, what about couples wanting romance? Where are we going? Of course we're going to go to Paris, aren't we?
I don't know. I was going to say California on that one.
Would you?
Yeah, like staying
with
because the California hotels, the Disney hotels, they're so nice. So, you know, staying in one of those as a couple, you know, treating yourself because they're quite pricey. Then yeah, but then you can go to Paris, but like, do you want to do something special like the Disneyland Hotel? You know, if you're a couple, that's what I'm thinking. But then you can also do a Sarah and go for a weekend in World. You know, stay in the Grand Floridian.
I think there are different things. I think you can find, people have this perception that Disney is primarily for children. Number one, you're wrong.
I don't have any.
No, you're not. And there are adult things you can do at any Disneyland, any Disney World, anywhere in the world. You know, you want a lovely romantic meal in Disney World, go to Victoria and Albert's, have Michelin-starred food.
Same with Disneyland Paris.
It's there. California's got all the wine. They do a lot of the wine
food and wine
and stuff with the food. There's so much to do for adults. That I think actually it's down to your personal preference where you want to go. Do you want to do 2 weeks in Florida? Do you want to do a couple of days in Disneyland Paris and then go and do Paris as its own? Or
I did my recent trip I did my recent trip to Disneyland Paris in January, and that was my bougie trip, and I stayed in Castle Club, didn't I? And that was very special, yeah.
And you know, Disneyland California, they've got the lovely spa in the Grand Californian Hotel. They've got a lovely spa in Grand Floridian for a nice couples massage and things like that. So there's so much you can do. You just need to think differently.
You do, and I think that's the same whether you've got older kids, teenagers, whether you've got friends. It's all about what you want to get out of your trip, right? That's going to determine where you're going to go. Not necessarily what your party size is, it's what you want out of it.
There's so many like different things in Disney World as well that I've done with my partner. Like the Wild Africa trek that you can do in Animal Kingdom. I think it's called that. Or we did segwaying in Wilderness Lodge, or the horseback riding at Fort Wilderness. Stuff like that you could do, like a little cheeky extra in Disney, but it's like a little, you know, just time to yourself. They're
good, aren't they? Lots of little different tours, like the Keys to the Kingdom tour, train tour. There's so many.
You do like an after hours event. They're always good. I love the H2O glow nights. That's my favourite.
I definitely love after hours. I think for me that's a game changer. After hours, you know, although you've only got a few hours in the park, because there's hardly anybody in the park, I'm definitely getting it all done. So
Or,
definitely.
again, stay in a deluxe resort and
Yeah.
you get extra magic evening hours, which are equally as good as after hours, and you
They are.
have the park to yourself, and it is.
I love it. I love that. Okay, thank you for that. Also, it's now time for our Q&A segment where we get answers, questions sent in by our lovely listeners. And first up, ladies, Josh has sent in a great question. Hi, Josh. He says, if I've never been to a Disney park before, which resort would you recommend for my very first trip?
Oh, this is such a hard one. I get people ask this all the time.
Yeah.
I know what I'm going to say.
Yeah. Say it, Kiera.
Walt
Say it,
Disney
yeah.
World. Start
Oh, okay.
where, just because it's like the epitome of Disney to me. The thing is with California is it is in the middle of Anaheim, so you're not as much in the bubble. Paris is the same, it's just outside of Paris. Whereas Walt Disney World, you feel like you're in a different country
Yes.
within Walt Disney World, because it is so big that, yeah, start with the best. I think.
See, I'm going to come at it from a slightly different perspective and
Oh, no.
say maybe, just to be devil's advocate, start with Disneyland Paris because it's smaller, it's
too.
compact, you get a little taste of Disney. You can't really compare the two because
That's the
they're
thing.
so different.
But people do,
don't
they? People do
Oh, yeah.
compare them. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would say do what your budget allows.
true.
Do what your time and budget allows.
I think that's a
Yeah.
great answer.
What
Sarah.
was your guys' first trip? Mine was Walt Disney World. I think that's why I'm biased.
Yeah, mine was Walt Disney World, and once I'd then gone through Disneyland Paris properly, I had a whale of a time. That was such a different experience for me than what Walt Disney World was. I mean, you know, I'm a Walt Disney World girl, right? But I just Disney. I just love old Disney. It doesn't matter where you send me.
Yeah.
But I think you've got. If you're going to do Walt Disney World and then you go to Disneyland Paris, I think you've got to keep your eyes open, be open-minded, and go in and actually enjoy what's there and realise just how different that is to Walt Disney World, and not in a negative way.
Yeah.
So I did Disneyland Paris first. That was my first Disney. And I had a lovely time and I thought it was amazing. And then I went to Walt Disney World and I was like, oh my God.
I was like, oh, okay, why am I comparing? Because there's nothing to compare. They are just different, completely different, all of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Josh,
Yeah.
I would just say, whichever one you choose, you're going to have a magical time. It doesn't matter which one. I think for you, work out what kind of time you've got, what kind of budget you've got, and you're just going to have an amazing time anyway, wherever you go.
And let me just say, and Kiera will back this up, do not be put off by the fact that there are parks in different languages. Yes. Disneyland Paris is in France. Some of the ride is in French. Some of the shows are in French. 99% of the cast members speak English. They speak very good English. You can understand completely what is going on in every show and attraction, even if you don't speak one word of French.
Oh, yeah,
So
100%.
don't let that put you off at all.
Absolutely. No,
No,
absolutely.
no. Because the thing is, as well, if you're on a ride and some of it's partly in French, you still know the song Let It Go. Whether it's in French or in English, you can still sing along because you still know it. And then you almost feel like you're a bit bilingual because you're like, oh, I know this, and it's in French. You know?
Fancy.
You're like, oh, it's in French.
Love that. Next, we've got a question from Jane. Hi, Jane. This is a great question. What's the most underrated thing to do at each resort?
Oh my gosh. That's a really hot
great
question.
question, Jane.
Most underrated thing. I mean, I'm a lover of the hotels. I think that's quite obvious. I'm going to say go to the hotels in World, California and Paris. Visit the hotels. They are amazing. They've got theming in there. They are not just hotels. Like, even if you was to go into the Disneyland Hotel, on my trips to Disneyland Paris, I go into the Disneyland Hotel and I just sit there because I just love people watching and looking at all the art that's around of all the princesses. You might even see a princess wander by every now and then. But yeah, hotels, they're so underrated. Like, enough people don't go into the hotels for me.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going to piggyback on what Kiera's just said about hotels and just say, going to watch a movie under the stars at the Disney hotels in Florida, sitting out in 27 degrees at night, looking up at the sky.
You're going to make me emotional. I forgot about that. I love doing that.
Action. Or doing the campfires, toasting marshmallows.
Toasting your marshmallows at night. Oh, that's just amazing. I did that on the yacht club on the beach.
You're actually going to make me cry. It's like peak Disney for me, that is.
It is, isn't it?
And I like to just take a little bit of time and just sit there and think, this is perfection. This is...
Because a lot of people say that when you're on, especially a Walt Disney World trip, there's no time to relax. They are your times to relax. Chill, when it's still that nice Florida heat at night time. And you're just knackered, but you're loving life.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
And also, this is something completely different. But that mini golf that you get on your magic ticket at Walt Disney World, the amount of people that don't use that, and you know, it's such a great thing to do. It's free on your ticket until 4 p.m. It pulls you out of the parks, chills you out. Little kids can hit to their heart's desire, and I just think, I think it's something completely different. People don't make the most of that.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that, 100%. Yeah.
Okay,
I love the
now
mini
it's
golf.
time. Oh, I do. I love the mini golf. If my husband heard me say that, he'd go, "What?" Because I'm a bit of a golf widow.
What one? What one would you pick? Would you pick the summertime one or the Fantasia Gardens? What one are you going?
Fantasia Gardens.
Really? Oh, for me, I love the winter summertime.
Do
Like
you?
listening to Christmas music in the middle of 28-degree heat. I'm loving it.
I love it. No, they're both great. Let's go to our loudspeaker announcements. Have we heard any exciting news about what's coming to Disney around the world?
There's always exciting news, Sammy. You know this.
I do.
There's always something. Kiera, do you want to start with DLP?
Disneyland Paris, we now officially have Disney Adventure World. It used to be Walt Disney Studios, now Adventure World. I can't believe it's open. It's just absolutely amazing. If you've been already, let us know. But if you've met Anna and Elsa, if you've seen the new nighttime show, if you've been to Regal View, I can't wait to go to Regal View. Let us know. But it's now open and you can go in and see all of Disney Adventure World, Adventure Way, World of Frozen, and it just looks amazing.
So exciting, isn't it? Everybody has been, and you've got photos. Send them in. We love to see those
Yes.
snaps. And Sarah, you've been.
Yeah. Regal View, stunning. Animatronic Olaf. By the way, he isn't wandering about. Don't everybody get upset because he is not wandering about. He's just on the boat. So, regardless of what you've seen on social media for the previews, he is not wandering about. He's on the boats only. So,
I think someone would pick him up and run away with him, and that would be me.
I think we'd have a queue. Pushing everyone out of the way.
But make sure to access World of Frozen. Make sure you are checking the Disneyland Paris app for updates, because they will update that with how to get in, how to access the ride, and everything like that.
say to people, if you are going to be visiting Adventure World in the coming months, please pack your patient pants. It's a brand new park. Everybody wants to experience it. It is going to be busy. So please pack your patient pants and just
I love that.
take a breather.
I'm going to start using
and
that.
go and do something else. Because Disneyland Paris have put announcements out, haven't they, saying that they are expecting it to be.
They have, yes. I mean,
quite busy.
With anything that comes, especially in Walt Disney World California, we've seen virtual queues. We don't know whether there's going to be something like that, because you have to imagine, though, if everyone in the parks went to that one land, it's not going to be enjoyable for anyone. So it is the best way to do it. Is but make sure you've downloaded the Disneyland Paris app, because that will have all the information on there of what to do and how to get into World of Frozen. But you will get in there. So yeah, just have the best time. It'll be fun.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for this episode of Jump the Queue. Thank you so much for everyone for listening. Thank you, Kiera, for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have you as well. For everyone, please don't forget to subscribe to our dedicated YouTube channel. Keep those questions coming to Jump the Queue at attractiontickets.com. Like you've seen, we do answer them, so please keep sending them. You're still here, you're still following us. I love it. Stay with us. But please go ahead and like, subscribe, leave us a review.
Can we tell
How are we
them?
doing?
Can we
Go
tell
for
them to
it,
put something fun in the comments? Like if they got this far in the podcast, put like a roller coaster emoji in the comments.
There you go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There you go. You heard it from Kiera. If you're still listening, put that roller coaster in, and we know you got all the way to the end. We'd also love to hear which Disney destination is on your bucket list. Which one have we talked about today that you thought, I've not done that? That's reeled me in. But thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.